For this week's Tuesday Tech Tip, we're going to talk about the 5 things that are trends that are shaping up for security concerns for 2022. Stay tuned. Well, for today's Tuesday Tech Tip, we're going to talk about the trends that are expected in 2022 as it relates to cyber criminals. The first one is that the cyber criminals are going to be focusing on cloud assets. And what I mean is like the Azure cloud platform, where maybe you have your servers, or where your camera systems are, or even your phone systems, your email systems like Office 365. There's going to be a lot of focus on cloud environments because everyone's moving to the cloud. So it's a target rich environment. So there's going to be an expected uptick in cybercrime in that area. That's number one. Number two is that there's going to be a focus by the cyber criminals on hitting areas of the supply chain. Because if they can affect, say, ransomware, a component of the supply chain that is much needed, they're going to get greater return on investment, higher multiples of the actual monetary demands they can put on things, because they recognize that this affects more than just, say, that one company. It's going to affect the whole supply chain. That's number two. Third, we're looking at ransomware as a service. And ultimately, that is where companies entities, bad actors that have ill intent are actually able to go out and hire other companies to perform ransomware attacks. They call it ransomware as a service, or also being referred to as modern ransomware, where the actual entity that's going to supply maybe a list of users or passwords or data or targets is different than the actual entity that is going to be executing the actual ransomware. So there's a lot of legs on that, a lot of talk on that, and it's going to be something that we're going to see more and more of in 2022. Fourth, we're looking at actual automobiles. There is a big amount of data or chatter that is out there amongst the bad actors, where they are talking about compromising the car, the connected car. Don't want to go too deep into that, because there's a lot of ways that they could hurt us, even just to make us have a wreck. And so there's going to be a lot of focus on those cars that are connected to the internet. Being able to exploit, where people go, what time they go. I mean, just a lot of information could be done, as well as actually taking away some of the controls at a inopportune time and causing an accident, just to muck up the system, if you will. Also, and finally, number 5 is the 0-day and known vulnerabilities. This is something that is brand new, a brand new threat that doesn't have a solution for it, is what's called a 0-day threat. And these are difficult to block, because again, there's a hole in a particular application or software that there's not a fix for it yet. That's one thing, but the part that is really troubling, as I see it, is the known vulnerabilities, because most of the time these successful breaches are taking place on known vulnerabilities that IT guys like me, we need to be very diligent in our look at what we're doing, because it is a known threat, something that's been out days, weeks, months, and there's been a patch for it, a fix, and they are not actually applying the patch, not applying the fix. So a lot of scary stuff really for this year. I'll throw in there that cyber liability insurance, the parameters, or the amount of information and the amount of security is rising in order to get cybersecurity. If you don't have it, you want to get it. And you really don't want to have a breach, because if you do, it's going to be very difficult to get cyber liability insurance to get someone to actually pick up that risk for you. I hope this is helpful. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be happy to expound upon these things and show you very practical ways that a small to mid-sized company can protect themselves from these upcoming risks.